Hello everyone, this is Latasha Blanton from the Real South Africa Travel and Tourism. And you're going to have the opportunity to travel with Phil Scott to
sunny South Africa. You guys are going to have the opportunity to come to Johannesburg, and you guys are going to be coming to Durban. And we're going to set it up perfectly. It's going to be like a luxury experience for you guys. At the same time, you're going to be getting some culture. And of course, you're going to get an opportunity to talk to Phil, hang out with Phil, and get his views on Africa and South Africa.
You're also going to get an opportunity to explore the lifestyles here that are available in South Africa. And we're going to do all that for you in an amazing 10 days. We do hope that you go to the website and book, because we do look forward to seeing you here.
Absolutely. Our website is therealsouthafrica.com. Go there, scroll down. You'll see a picture of Phil, and just go ahead and book there. So we'll see you here in what we like to call sunny South Africa.
Within the last couple of weeks or months, we've been hearing a lot from the Black residents of Chicago, and specifically that of Mark Carter, who has been very instrumental in speaking out against the migrants going into Chicago and taking up all the resources, right? Resources away from the Black community. Now, recently, I did a video about him and others saying that they want to have a conversation with Trump. They invited the Republicans to go and speak with them. Now, this video I'm about to show you, it was actually 3 Black gentlemen on there, but Mark Carter, I'm going to show you his segment where, you know, he and the other men were at a homeless encampment. They were talking about the issues that Black Chicagoans are facing, of course, homelessness and all of that. And they're basically saying we are paying to be homeless because a lot of, well, you know, people pay taxes, right? And so you're paying taxes, but the money is not going to help you. It's actually going to help other people, or helping other people that are going into Chicago. It is said that by the end of this year, if not more, it's going to be about $300 million allocated toward helping the migrants in Chicago alone, right? And so Mark said this. Check it out.
American citizens, American children who are already struggling academically, you're going to bring in a new group of children, a new group of people, take those resources away from Americans to accommodate this new group of people. That is going to make the children going to fall further behind. Unemployment is going through the roof. Poverty, crime. This is going to impact our communities across this city to the point to where violence, murder, robbery is going to spike. Not just with Americans, but also with these people coming here. 3,000 illegal immigrants are living in this factory, almost, what, a half a block long? And this is going to transcend into public housing. They keep saying that there will be no public housing for illegal immigrants. That's not true. So we pay to be homeless, basically, now as United States citizens. We're going to flip Chicago red. The Democratic Party is done in Chicago, and that's a fact. By summer, you think it's a lot of them coming in. You watch the uprising of red.
So as you saw, you know, he was talking about the issues that will happen due to the resources being taken out of the Black community there in Chicago. Talked about crime, and also he talked about earlier youth not being able to read and things like that. And so another gentleman saying we need to divest from big government. We need to divest from the Democratic Party and everything else that has held us down, right? Now, going back to Mark, he says the Democrats are done here, right? We are going to flip Chicago red. Now, when you flip something red, that's a political term, right? Or blue, that means it's either going to go toward the Republicans, which is red, or it's going to go to the Democrats, which is blue. Now, traditionally, Chicago is a blue city. Illinois is typically a blue state. And so he is saying here in Chicago, we are going to flip it red. We're going to give it to the Republicans because the Democrats have been thumbing their noses at Black people for the longest, even to the tune of, well, we're not going to help y'all. We're going to help the migrants. We're going to help them get everything they need. We're going to build them weatherized tents, and we're going to make sure they get vouchers and money and just everything. We don't want them to be uncomfortable, right? Even though they being the politicians there, Black Chicagoans uncomfortable, having to sleep in, cold weather, the trains, even we've done videos about that here, Black Chicagoans sleeping on the train when the weather was 15 degrees. They didn't have a problem with that. All of a sudden, they got to comfort the migrants when they are fleeing for whatever they're fleeing from. I'm not saying that they're not fleeing for persecution or anything like that, but they're coming over here and they're getting help immediately, right? It's like almost overnight. And in a lot of cases, entities, politicians and things, they're demanding more money to help the migrants, but they're not demanding more money to help American citizens and specifically black people. And so I agree with Mr. Carter. Yeah, it needs to be one and done or 52,000 and done because, you know, black people, we always vote for the Democrats, but it just needs to be no more. The Democrats do not deserve our vote at all. And if we don't believe that, just look back in the last couple of years when Joe and Kamala went to the White House. They went with the help of black people, and they have almost like purposely, right? Purposely done everything else for everybody except for black people. It's almost like they're like, okay, should we help black people? No, we're not going to help them. No, we're not going to just help. That's Kamala, right? It's almost like they purposely are ignoring benign neglect, right? Y'all look that up, okay? But that's what it is. They're reenacting or implementing benign neglect to black people. We'll just ignore them, pretend like they're not here, or help everybody else. And if they get mad, so what? What they gonna do about it, right? But as they said in this video, we need to divest. We need to do for self, as they say in the nation, right? Marcus Garvey, up you mighty nation, accomplish what you will. We need to do those things. And then I believe politicians and everybody else will take us a little bit more seriously. But I think they're going to start taking us seriously now because they're hearing more cries for us to divest from the Democrat Party, right? Just stop voting for them. Let the migrants help them. But we know that's not necessarily the case because, for one, migrants can't vote. And their community, let's say Hispanics, they don't typically vote overwhelmingly for the Democrats. They're more conservative. Now, they might, the majority of them might right now, but a lot of them, enough of them do vote for the Republicans. And so it's not enough of them voting for Democrats to actually help them to where they can totally negate black people. So again, I agree with him. And because I agree with him that we need to divest from the Democratic Party, I'm not saying I'm pro-Trump because I feel like I have to say that because some people, they lose their minds, right? We are saying, think about other options. There's other options out there that we can, look to and see if it'll be better for us. But we don't have to keep voting for the party of oppression, the party that we put in office, but turn a blind eye to us. So anyway, before y'all go on and invest in AfricanDiasporaNews.org, where we have built an app just for you so that we can be free to be us. We don't have to worry about being censored as we are on a lot of these other platforms that are owned by other people. Our app is black owned, and again, it is just for you. So anyway, in the meantime, tell me what you think of this, and for more insightful commentary, please subscribe to this channel and my channel, the Demetra Kaye.